flyer, and I don't get promoted, and I'm always just like, I'll take pictures of it and show it to the guy who I've paid the money to and been like, I gave you a whole bunch of money, and my name is not on the fucking flyer. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But it has happened to me so many times. And what do you do about that? Like, after it's done and you're there at the show and you don't know until it's over with, there's no recoup on that.
Right.
So you've paid money. You know, hopefully you get a little bit in merch sales, but if somebody goes back and looks at that flyer, your name's not even on there. Like, I wonder who that was. They're seeing 4 other people's names.
Right.
They might go search for them and
People
never
hold
even
on to
find
those
you.
Flyers for nostalgia purposes.
Hey,
you might want to look over your shoulder. Bam, Dunfore's day trip passes 1 and 2. Still got 'em, buddy.
You're the vet.
Yeah.
I don't see that very often. That's awesome, man.
I keep stuff.
The
I try
Dunfore
to.
day trip. What a time, man.
Oh, it was a good time.
We wanted to do the third one. It just, man, my life has been hectic, dude.
Right.
For real.
And you had the location then, and now it'd be like, you got to find a spot.
You know, the year that they shut Fat Camp down was one of the biggest defeats that I'd ever accepted in my whole life. And I know it got moved, and, you know, they did it at the Broken Spoke in Wisconsin, and it became something totally kind of different. But I like when Fat C and I got together, and originally it was his idea. I just had the property, and so we promoted it together. And he did such a fun job with the first one that lasted the whole weekend, and like he really put that all together. I mean, the second one we had a lot bigger plans and had spent a lot of money actually, and then the police showed up the day of and said, "Don't fucking have this party," and I was going to go ahead and do it, but they started threatening to just start arresting people and shaking them down and everything. And I was just like, there's no way I can do that to all my friends and fans and people who are coming to have a good time. So we canceled it. And that's one of the only times where I just had to accept that I couldn't win. That's hard for me, dude. Like, I always feel like there's a way for me to win.
There's a lot of red tapes and hoops and throwing an event.
It was only about money, though, dude.
Right.
That's all they wanted.
Everybody wants,
They wanted a cut, and they wanted police presence. I didn't want to pay for either of those things, and so that's
it's all about the location. Galactic Get Down's down in Houston, Minnesota, and they don't get really any hassle. The community welcomes their festival in, and granted, it's not rowdy and wild like we were back in the day, but. Yeah, it's a big thing, and it's just all about location.
Hell yeah,
I'd be down for a Dunfore's Day Trip 3.
It might have to happen a mile high though.
I've been looking for a reason to get over there.
It's nice. I would recommend Denver to anybody because it's a beautiful city. There's 300 days of sunshine out there. I've never been spoiled with sunshine. I mean, I've always been in the Midwest where it's mostly kind of hazy, you know, and humid and muggy, and in the wintertime you're hibernating, and in the summertime you're kind of hibernating too. And in Colorado it's not really like that, man. Like, it's just nice. It is. It's nice.
And legal.
And that's the best part.
Yeah.
I mean, the stress that I don't feel and the depression that I don't have has been an incredible weight lifted off of my shoulders. I have a medical marijuana card, so I am like, I have a right to have it, man. And it's not just because I like to get high. It's because it helps me, and it's helped me since I was a kid. And I'm not ashamed of that, but a lot of people want me to be, you know, like I've been, my family has tried to, you know, I mean, not so much as an adult. I would say that. And especially now that it's a little bit more accepted and kind of becoming more of the miracle medicine and all that these days, and it's on the news all the time. I don't catch as much shit for it, but they really used to put me down for it, man, you know. And for me, it helps me eat because I don't eat very well, and it helps me sleep because I don't sleep very well, and those two things are fucking vital to life, man.
Right. Yeah.
So if I can control those things better and it helps me do those things, like, they need to shut the fuck up.
They really do.
You know, and I'm sorry if you're my family and you're listening to this, but I've worried about me in that aspect, you know, and it's not about how it makes somebody else feel, because it makes me feel better. So I don't know if it doesn't matter.
It's coming to a head soon. I'm sure it'll go legal federally, and
It needs to.
We'll have that day.
I grew up in Iowa, and they're still very much not letting people have recreational pot by any means. Medically, it's very, very, very limited, and the people who really do need it to fix what symptoms they do have that it can help and relieve, they're not given strong enough medicine for it to actually help and affect.
Right.
So it's really just a big tease. And, I mean, I know more people than I can count on my hands that are dealing with so much pain on a daily basis or are going through withdrawals from opioids because their doctors are
oh yeah,
weaning them off of them.
Take some Oxycontin, have them.
You know, I mean, our this whatever you want to call healthcare in our country is really fucked up right now. Yeah. But I mean, I'm healthy and it doesn't affect me, and I don't go to the doctor. I don't have insurance. I mean, I'm flying by the seat of my pants out here, man. You know what I mean? I'm lucky to be healthy. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful that I don't have to deal with this healthcare system, and I don't take their stupid fucking pills that they have everybody addicted to.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm blessed in a very positive way when it comes to that. But hopefully the people who do have issues get through them in a positive way as well. Like, I know a lot of people are going through it, man. My heart goes out to them. It's hard, and they're not getting help, you know, like real help. They're getting financially stuck.
Yep.
But I love all y'all, man. I got a lot of love for a lot of different people. You know, I mean, there's all walks of life out there. We're all struggling, every fucking one of us. We need more love, for real.
Yes.
Lovely.
Sometimes.
Hey, man, life's good. There's a lot of good things going on.
So let's talk about this little debut track. We have run long tonight, folks.
I'm glad, man.
It's good. Hey,
I've enjoyed having this talk.
It's been fun.
Pasty wanted to talk about wrestling and not talk about music,
right.
And I was just like, man, I think we'll have plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually excited about where I feel like things are headed in this right now. There's a song called Right Now on the album. That's why I keep saying that. Right
Excellent.
Now. You'll hear it when the album comes out because I ain't playing that one for you. But what we are playing is the song right before that. No, after that.
Ooh.
It's called Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think it's funny. Right Now comes before Sometimes. I don't know.
Sometimes happens anytime.
There you go. Sometimes. Sometimes happens anytime. Sometimes. Aha. Yes, the song is called Sometimes. Might be my favorite.
It's really good. You sent it over. I had to preview it, and I immediately responded with, they just keep getting better every one I hear, and I stand behind that 100%.
Thank you. And I'm glad you like it. The song Sometimes is it's pretty special. I hope you guys like it too. Let's hear it.
Yes, let's check it out.
Oh. Sometimes I go too far with things. Sometimes I lose my cool. Sometimes I'm thinking back about. Sometimes I broke those rules. Sometimes I don't know where to go, and sometimes I don't care. Sometimes this life is like a dream. Sometimes it's my nightmare. Sometimes I might not turn around. Sometimes I hear my name. Sometimes I'ma serve you but burn you down, because sometimes you jerk my chain. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes it's stuffed inside. Sometimes I feel I'm all alone. Sometimes it's time to hide. Sometimes you're all I think about. Sometimes I don't know why. Sometimes inside I'm freaking out. Sometimes you're all I think about. Can't get you off my mind. Sometimes I wish you felt the same. Sometimes I'm cool, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm down, but I'm still on top. Sometimes I'm hot, think the spot could melt. Sometimes I eat a Snickers when I'm not myself. Sometimes I'm on point, sometimes I go round. Sometimes I catch up, sometimes I throw down. Sometimes I'm groove in, sometimes I groove out. Sometimes they don't know, but yes they do now. Sometimes it's lovely, sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes they hug me, sometimes they cuss me. Sometimes a good and sometimes a sucky. Sometimes might remind you of me. Sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes I lose. Sometimes I jump up, sometimes I hit snooze. Sometimes I don't care, but sometimes I do. Sometimes it's my fault, but sometimes it's you. 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 Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you're all I think about. Sometimes I don't know why. Sometimes inside I'm freaking out. Sometimes. Sometimes you're all I think about. Can't get you off my mind. Sometimes I wish you felt the same. Sometimes. Sometimes I'm here right now, I'm there. Sometimes I don't feel like fighting fair. Sometimes I share too much for real. Sometimes I wonder what's the deal. Sometimes I feel my time is up. Cause sometimes I think I've had enough. Sometimes I feel my time is up. Cause sometimes I think I've had enough. Sometimes you're all I think about. Sometimes I don't know why. Sometimes inside I'm freaking out. Sometimes. Sometimes you're all I think about. Can't get you off my mind. Sometimes I wish you felt the same. Sometimes. Oh!
You'll know.
And that was Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And I'm going to listen to that song all the times.
Yeah, you're the first one with a copy of it, buddy.
And
Congratulations.
I'm gonna wear it out like a new pair of shoes.
You are. Well, I guess I gave one to the Minnesota Menace because I let him listen to my music when he's
I'd have to
creating
assume
my
he's
album
on the
covers.
deep inside. Yeah.
He's, when he's creating, I want him to.
Inspiration.
I want him to get the feeling, and I think he captured it.
Came through
Incredibly. Like
stellar artwork. I love it.
He's done a great job on the stuff that he's done for me in the past, but this one in particular,
it's animation.
I had it tattooed on myself. I'm so impressed by it. It's it's a perfect representation of what this album is. It really is. And I told him what I felt like I wanted it to look like, and he took it times 100, and just it's great. So yeah, the new album cover is on Facebook if you want to check it out, along with the new tattoo that I got.
Yes.
The Minnesota Menace.
I'll definitely be sharing it on Get Local too.
Cool, man.
Yes.
That's awesome of you to do. And anybody else who's sharing my stuff. It's
awesome of you.
It's the best thing in the world, man.
Not even from Minnesota anymore. To come to Minnesota. Maybe not directly to sit down with me, but I still feel a little special about it.
One of two things I'm doing here, man. I feel special being on here, being able to hang with you. I mean, we've been friends for...
You were on the previous iteration of Get Local MN when I was doing the blog and the textile interviews. I just stumbled across those links. Those are still up from
Really?
Yeah, 2017.
I've done so much work in the last 10 years that people will be emailing me things that I've totally forgotten about, and they're like, look what I just found. And I was playing... some of it, like I was telling you earlier, you was one of them that I was playing. The song we did In the Dark for you had a project that has not been released yet.
Has not been released. It will see the light of day in some shape or form.
But I was going through all that old stuff, and Chris was standing there with me listening to it, and he was just like, dude, how much unreleased music do you have? Like, he's like, you have so much that you've put out. How much unreleased stuff do you have? And I was like, a lot.
You don't ask an artist that.
But
you don't. You especially don't ask them how many lyrics notebooks have you lost, and those songs never saw the light of day. Oof. That's a painful reality for me.
What do you call them? Totes, totes full. I've definitely lost totes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris was really impressed with my catalog, which made me feel good because it was referred to as a library rather than just a catalog. I mean
this will be the 10th, right?
10th under the Izzy Dunfore name. Yes, I've written music for other people. I mean, under other names. Well, Yeah, names, I guess. I've written a couple as myself. My Lucas Hewitt is my real name. If you don't have me on Facebook,
no way,
you should. But you guys should add my like page too. Like my fucking likes suck, dude. I mean, I have like 2,500, which is cool.
Yeah,
but
I saw that. I'm like, that's pretty good.